Welcome to my studio for the day, out here on the Rye Marshes, part of Romney Marshes. I'm doing a great historical walk for John Rogers Walks, and I've got a brand new pocket notebook with me that I'm testing out today. I brought this notebook with me, this pocket notebook that I bought in Marseille. I'm not entirely sure the correct pronunciation, Oberthur it says on here. And I've only just cracked it open this morning and I already love it so much. It's just like the cover, it's bendy cover, but it's got a really lovely texture to it. Really lovely texture. And it just feels good in the hand. There was a moment where I thought, well, I don't really want to take it because it's hard to write standing up because it's soft, but you can look, it folds over really well. It's really nice, and it's got I mean, my French isn't that good, but it's got a field notes like index of things that you might want to write in here as well, which I really like. And it has an index page to fill in at the end, although not enough, it's just one page. So, and it's I think it's 96 sheets, so it's about the same size as I think it's roughly, yeah, that's about the same size as a moleskin, isn't it? A pocket moleskin or a pocket Leuchtturm, I think, more or less. Although it doesn't feel that thick. But already, I've only taken it out today, like I say, and I'm loving it. And for a day like this, where I'm out doing a walk, I'm out on the south coast of England, or approaching the south coast in East Sussex, and I'm finding lots of things coming to me. Even though I'm shooting a walking video for my other channel, John Rogers Walks, I'm still finding that, you know, lots of things come into my mind that I want to write down rather than record with video. They don't work the same way as narration over video. Maybe I don't want to flatter myself to say they're poetic, but you know what I mean? Some of the more wistful things, you need to show those things rather than tell people, whereas sometimes the words mean more. And this was a practice I used to do all the time, and I still do it. What I tended to do in the last couple of years is write in my notebooks at the end of a walk, or during, if I sit down during a walk, maybe for lunch or for tea or something somewhere, that's when I will write in my notebook, my pocket notebook, or usually in the pub at the end of a walk when I'm having a pint and digesting it all, which is recommended actually by one of the writers, the topographical writers from the 20s and 30s I love. I think it was a guy called, I think it was S.P.B. Mays, is in his list of things you should do is write up the day's walk at the end. And the great Ian Sinclair, who's a writer I admire, hugely massive influence on me, and I'm lucky to do walks with Ian. Ian writes up afterwards rather than during the walk, takes photographs and he writes at the end. I find sometimes things that come to me during a walk I wouldn't think of later, just little impressions about the castle on the marshes there, which is such a romantic vision, the way the wind dances across the water on the River Brede just behind me there, the way I'm feeling in myself. I'm not going to share that in a video about the walk I'm doing. It's kind of a lot more personal in terms of my personal sense of nostalgia, how restorative it is to be outside. It's great. It's great for writing for sure, but it's also great if you're a creative person. You need to get out. You need to get out of the studio. Get out of the studio. Get out into the open. Places like this make you want to write. And when you imagine what life would have been like, for example, for the garrison of men that were here in the time of Henry VIII, waiting for an attack from France. It's full of mystery and romance and stories, or even it's just full of, you know, how you're feeling now, projection onto the stones. But either way, it's the beauty about getting out of the studio into the open air. I've taken my glasses off, which ruins continuity, I know, but that's the way it is. I was going to bring my field notes. Robert McFarlane collaboration Is a River Alive, but I don't know. I really wanted to bring the Marseille notebook, as I'm calling it, with me. I also contemplated the spiral-bound Muji notebook I bought recently, which I really love the paper, the dot grid paper. At the end of the day, I settled on this, and yeah, this is the one that I brought with me, and it feels right for this kind of activity of journaling in the open air. Writing and journaling in the open air. Is there a finer thing? I'm sure what the sheep think though. In the medieval town of Winchelsea, I sat in the church of St. Thomas the Martyr, built in 1288, and wrote in my notebook about the effigy of the knight encased in marble, his sword sheathed forevermore. And then I stopped for a pint in a 15th century pub in the beautiful town of Rye. It's great to reflect on the day in the pub afterwards, capturing it all in the notebook. I now have a special association for this notebook and this journey today.